Welcome back to LEGO Battlebots Season 2. It's the final episode before the championship. Today is the round of 16 on the left side of the bracket. We've got 3 bots looking to advance to the top 8 for the second season in a row. We've got Thunderbolt, Tantrum, and Siege Engine. Meanwhile, 3 bots that didn't even make the tournament last season looking to advance: Hypershock, Hammerhead, and Extinguisher. But our first fight is going to be 2 bots that made the tournament last season but didn't make it quite so far. The number 1 overall seed Sawblaze and the 16 seed Biohazard. Talking about the number 1 seed Sawblaze, they had a surprisingly quick win against Yeti in the round of 32 to advance to the farthest they've gone in the tournament, to the round of 16. Remember, they lost in the round of 32 to Blip last season when they were the number 8 seed. Now they proved to be a very capable number 1 seed in the first round, and they have a really good match against Biohazard here. They've got Sawblaze has those great forks you can use to counter opponents, especially when Biohazard doesn't really have anything to counter that, since I think it would probably be a little difficult to knock out Biohazard, but I think Sawblaze should be able to take the win here. The number 16 seed Biohazard has advanced to the round of 16 for the second season in a row. They defeated Eye of the Storm for the 3rd time in the round of 32, but once again they got a tough match against the ground scraping bots and Sawblaze. It's going to be very difficult for Biohazard. They're going to have to get around Sawblaze's forks, get around to the back, but that's going to be very difficult. We've seen Sawblaze outdrive Siege Engine before, so this is a very difficult fight for Biohazard. But we're going to see what will happen down in the arena. Let the bot battle begin. Sawblaze out-wedging Biohazard as expected and getting them onto the screws. See what Sawblaze can do with them there. But they're just already out of the arena. Sawblaze just won that fight incredibly quickly. Got underneath, got Biohazard in the screws. Just used their hammer saw to just push them out. Incredible stuff from Sawblaze, and they advanced to the top 8. The number 1 overall seed Sawblaze edges out Biohazard in incredibly quick fashion. Advances to the championship. As expected from the number 1 seed, a great performance for Sawblaze so far, but they've got very difficult opponents whoever they face next, either the 8 seed, the Flipper King Thunderbolt, or the 9 seed defending runner-up Tantrum. Talking about the number 8 seed, the defending 4th place, the Flipper King Thunderbolt. They just defeated Huge somehow in the round of 32 to gain their 10th career win, and now they have one of their toughest tasks of the season. Tantrum, there's no little spots for a Thunderbolt to get underneath. They kinda gotta get lucky. Meanwhile, Tantrum has that wedge in the front, that's gonna be incredibly problematic for Thunderbolt. So maybe Thunderbolt could jam its flipper into Tantrum's weapon? I don't know, but they have they've had very unfavorable tournament matchups, and it just continues from here. As for the number 9 seed, the defending runner-up Tantrum, they had a tough match against Gingerbread to kick off their tournament run. But they're here against Thunderbolt, and it's a very favorable matchup for them. Thunderbolt can't really get underneath them, so as long as Tantrum just keeps that wedge pointing at Thunderbolt, and Thunderbolt doesn't get too lucky with its flipper jamming in that weapon system, Tantrum should be good enough to advance to the quarterfinals. But we'll see what happens down in the arena. Let the bot battle begin. Tantrum easily getting underneath Thunderbolt just as expected, and they've got him pinned in the corner trying to get that weapon to tear up the frame of Thunderbolt. There goes the tip of the flipper. That's just going to make things even harder for Thunderbolt. The defending runner-up is dominating the defending 4th place right now. Arguably the highest pedigree matchup in terms of previous seasons between these two, but Tantrum is just making it look easy, knocking off the flipper of Thunderbolt and breaking the chassis. This fight is over. The Flipper King just got absolutely destroyed. Tantrum is on an entirely different level in this fight, and they will advance to the top 8. Thunderbolt could do nothing to Tantrum. Tantrum just got underneath, hit him with her spinner a bunch of times, eventually ripped off the flipper and split the chassis apart. I mean, that was sheer domination from Tantrum. They've been looking incredible. They look incredible all season. And now they're in the top 8, where they face a rematch against the number 1 seed Sawblaze. Both bots have learned a lot since the last encounter. Tantrum's been entirely rebuilt. So it's going to be, I'd say that's going to be one of the most high-stakes matches in the quarterfinals. But we'll see that later in the championship. As you can see in the match in the bracket, the 9 seed Tantrum faces the number 1 overall seed Sawblaze. Tantrum, the highest bot from last season, taking on Sawblaze, the highest bot in this bracket. That is going to be an incredible fight, I feel, especially considering both bots have fought before back in Season 1. Tantrum was able to take the win last time, but Tantrum has been completely rebuilt since that fight, and bots have also learned a lot about how to counter these Tantrum kinds of bots, whose vertical spinners with ground straight wedges. So that's going to be a very interesting fight, but next up is the 4 overall seed Hypershock versus the 20 seed Hammerhead. The number 4 overall seed Hypershock, they have been on a roll this season after their little hiccup against Riptide, where they still managed to win despite getting absolutely mauled. They defeated Biohazard with ease and then knocked out Snowfall in incredibly quick fashion in the round of 32, giving them their 5th career win and 5th win of this season. They are a very powerful bot, low ground clearance, invertible, powerful weapon. Hypershock just seems to have it all put together this season. Hammerhead is going to prove to be an interesting challenge, but Hypershock is proving resilient to vertical weapons, so I don't know. The 20 seed Hammerhead has also had a great season. Total 4 wins and 1 loss so far. Only loss to the Flipper King Thunderbolt, who just got eliminated. And it's just defeated Copperhead in the round of 32. So they got their toughest match yet against, well, one of the toughest matches yet against Hypershock. We gotta get around that front wedge. I mean, Hypershock's going to go head-to-head. Hammerhead's gotta try and break that weapon and break the wheels off the rear. But will it happen? Let's find out when we go down to the arena. Let the bot battle begin. Hypershock already delivers a decent shot to Hammerhead. Hammerhead tries to swing at Hammer, but misses. Hypershock now flips Hammerhead over and throws him out of the arena. What a performance by the number 4 seed. First shot popped him up, second shot flipped him over, third shot threw him out of the arena. Just absolute domination by Hypershock, getting the fight over early, and Hypershock advances to the top 8. Right, with Hypershock's victory over Hammerhead, it is confirmed that the other glitch, the number 2 seed, is the only top 4 undefeated bots to fall in the round of 16. And Hypershock going from winless in Season 1 to in the quarterfinals in Season 2. Now they have to face either the 5 seed Siege Engine or the 12 seed Extinguisher. But that's going to be a great fight, and that's where we're heading next. Alright, the number 5 seed Siege Engine. This bot is a fan favorite. It's the highest ranked 3-in-1 bot in this tournament. They just dominated Talon in just like 2 seconds in the round of 32. They are not looking to mess around against a bot like Extinguisher. The Siege Engine has been dominant all season. They were contender for the number 1 overall seed. It's pick up big against Sawblaze, but this is a bot that could very well take it all. It's got the force to do it, it's got the weapon to do it. Siege Engine has got one of the best robots here. But it has to go through Extinguisher if it wants to get back to where it got in Season 1. As for the 12 seed Extinguisher, it's proved itself a competent bot this season. Well, it did so last season. It could have very well gone 4-0 in Season 1. Went 3-1. They did have a kind of brutal loss to a bot that was eventually the 2 seed, so no shame in that. They've gone near the red way to win a judge decision in the round 32, and while they have their work cut out for them in this fight, taking on one of the best bots in the entire competition, I feel like Extinguisher has the opportunity to pull off a massive upset here. They're very relatively short and they're very wide. Very similar to like Sawblaze, who defeats Siege Engine earlier in the season. But I'm not sure if it's gonna be the same way. We're gonna find out in the arena. Let the bot battle begin. Extinguisher trying to circle around Siege Engine, but Siege Engine having none of it, flipping Extinguisher over with a great ram, and now they're going to end this fight, trying to put them into the pit. They can do whatever they want now, and he is in. Siege Engine did not give any craps about what Extinguisher was trying to do. Extinguisher tried to get around, but Siege Engine just got underneath, flipped them over, and just threw them in the pit immediately after. Another dominant performance by the number 5 seed as they advance to the quarterfinals for the second season. And with that, our quarterfinals are set. On the other side, Mannerheim versus Nemesis and Bloodsport versus Whiplash. On this side, the number 1 seed Sawblaze faces the 9 seed Tantrum, and the 4 seed Hypershock faces the 5 seed Siege Engine. That is going to be an incredible fight, but we won't see that until the championship, which is probably going to premiere Sunday, is what I plan to do. Either Sunday or Monday. But either way, that's the end of the episode. I will see you again for the grand final of LEGO Battlebots Season 2.